Alright, what's up guys, it's Char, and I decided I'd do something fun for this video. I wanted to kind of like go over the process of like how I build set play, and how I decide team synergy, and I'm basically just going to be like kind of like labbing with a purpose. And I've already kind of figured out some ideas, as of yesterday, talking in Discords, like, you know, I'm hella active in that. But yeah, I thought it might be a really good idea to just show you how I'm approaching labbing things. Okay, so the first thing I said I want to look at today is with this team. This is my new team. I really fucking like this team. I think it encapsulates everything I've been building toward, and notice how there's no tracking assist. If we look at the assists, I'm not using Goku C assist or anything wild like that. No, this is just a simple AABT. And I'm calling this team Double Dive, mostly because of what really can happen here. Big damn. The power of these assists for Vegito routing is big damn. And I can go into that more. Might as well. Okay, so let's maybe set to reflect now, so I'll just undo that. Let's see, does this work just barely out of the corner? Awesome. That's another really big thing, is that you can get a full-on corner sliding knockdown comfortable situation with Vegito still intact when you get like that 2H, where normally you'd have to do something like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn him off. There we go. So now we just watch. And you'd have to like DHC out. I timed that just a little late, but obviously you know how DHCs work. And the biggest problem with that was you either need a copious amount of meteor to get like any kind of advantage situation, or you need a tracking assist right at the end of that to get like your 6k. Where this approach, I mean, I don't have to full extend. Oopsie. Swing at 54 there. Goku just extends by like a little bit. It just gives me like another 500 damage. So Roshi assist really works well for that. In addition, why I love Roshi is the timings in which Roshi can come in are very good, and Vegito can facilitate tags really well. So these are other things I've found already, and there's some things I want to test like live. So one thing, if you're doing this, one thing Gila figured out, I really want to credit him for this. Whoops. Too much hit stun. One thing Gila figured out was with Bardock to get a soft knockdown set up. You can use Vegito's auto combo to tag when you've used up all your smashes still, and that's pretty valuable. But one thing that's really cool about Roshi, also this Budo 10 OST is a banger, totally worth a million zenny. You don't have to do the auto combos, I'm just going to show you. Roshi comes in so fast, he can come in when he wants. Whoopsie. I was supposed to use 5H there. Sometimes you just drop things. Now we're starting to get into some territory here. Man, I am really dropping this. Yeah, so Roshi gets to come in after I kind of like full confirm there, and I don't have to be mashing 5L. And I get a little bit more damage than if you do Bardock. Yeah, so Roshi gets to come in after I kind of like full confirm there, and I don't have to be mashing 5L. And I get a little bit more damage than if you do Bardock. So it's just kind of a unique thing that Roshi comes in fast enough that it's a proof of concept that your tag-in combos, Roshi can allow certain things to happen, and I think that's a very fun idea to play with. Another thing that's really worth noting is that because Vegito can tag people in on his 5L, or I think you can do it here too. Like, I'm gonna see if you can 2H here. I think because you have the special block stun of the 2L, you might be able to. That's worth noting. Nah! But you can totally do it with 5L though. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That just came in hot. I think forward assist is not enabled on this scheme. So let's see if this works. That's also more nice. Let's see. Nope. 2L is not going to let you do it. But we know that 5L will. And what's really cool about like how both of these characters work with tags is that if I need Vegito out, because I want that assist behind me, because Vegito's taken some sloppy interactions, and there's not a real weakness in scrambles because I got Roshi B, which is a scramble god. And one of the biggest weaknesses Vegito has when he just doesn't want to press a button here because he's too close and his buttons are slow. You can commit very little with Roshi. Another huge thing is that this team is all triple defensive assists. Like, Bluku comes behind me when I'm like this close. But if I'm this close, I'm Vegito. I can play Vegito buttons. So when Bluku starts, like if we look at when the assist starts to cross forward, if I'm like up in someone's nuts, it's behind me. If I'm a little bit spaced to where I'm still a little uncomfortable, it's still like kind of part of me, but it's still fine. In which case Roshi B is still super fucking good to call. Another thing is Roshi B helps my run under weakness quite a bit. And Bluku A does fine, it just doesn't cover as much ground as fast, so the team works really well for Vegito's little weaknesses, but if Vegito needs to tag, because Roshi's plus on his tagging, I need to use M, I think, because he just doesn't hit. Oh, you can be 2H'd. But you can still do this. Yeah. So Roshi can come in with Ki Blast and bait that 2H. Otherwise, he just beats your mash. So Roshi can take his turn immediately. Like I don't have to give up. He just can be anti-aired with the medium because his light can't hit that low. But and then you can confirm, pretty nice and easy. We have guard all, yeah, we have guard all. So this is all recovery. Maybe I need to delay a little bit. Oh man, delay ain't working that way. So how do we convert this? How does Roshi convert that? Mega lol. I guess the Ki Blast doesn't automatically convert, but that's kind of not that big a deal. I want to know what his Ki Blast here is frame data wise. So let's go ahead and let's restore default. -9, what? -9. -5. You don't keep your turn. That's kind of wild. But he is plus, so if they aren't 2Hing like an asshole, he does take his turn. So if they're mashing, then you can just kind of take your turn. And then there's also you can easily avoid the 2H because of his unique options, or just that. Another interesting thing is that if you do this with Blue Goku, there's a little micro dash needed for that pressure to continue, but you actually position yourself perfectly for Blue Goku staggers, and you're plus 15 there. So that's 5M range. And Blue Goku is very terrifying in this spacing. His 2M brings him further, I think. As Sage showed, this character can stagger you really hard and keep that distance, kind of like how Vegito likes to do. So being able to tag him in at that like exact placement, it's like, okay, I need to mix you up now. It's like, alright. And then I could just go 5M. And when the assists recover, I can go into. And now I'm playing Blue Goku, who's in. So I played like Vegito's neutral, I got Blue Goku in, I stagger, my assist comes up, and then I 50-50 you. So there's a strong game plan on the most basest of base levels if I really need to tag Vegito out, or if I just need to open this character up. So that's another reason why the team works as well as I think it does. What are other things I really want to point out? I already showed the tag options. Okay, so what I was trying to show before is that I have this block string, as you guys know. It all starts from that. Take throw, obviously, have that. If you go 2L into Super Dash, you do get a right left. And it's really strong. Particularly because this is a frame trap. Everything I do when I build a team involves, can I confirm the super dash with the assist that would cover me during the right left? And Roshi, do you pass the test? Flying colors. Now there's two things that matter to me here. Can I make that air dash? Bluku does not let me make that air dash. All the time. I can get it though. But Roshi, I think, might even let me whiff a button. Oopsie. Easy. Let's see if I can whiff a button. Yeah, Roshi lets me actually, like, hit that button that normally would have done it. Just beautiful at staying completely. See, Roshi's letting me continuously confirm that, so it's just kind of ideal for that mix-up. What about this one? If I go same side to see how you're going to interact with that, you're going to get hit. And now we start to look at how Roshi handles that. Ignore the spacing, like whether or not I'm on the other side. That's not relevant. Because I'm trying not to do the string because that will frame trap. And the best way I can test on the bot is just by doing the rather 2H. Now, what's interesting is that if I just do this as frame tight as possible, whoops, if I just do this frame tight as possible, what is wrong with me today? Bluku will confirm, but if I do it as frame tight as possible with Roshi, he actually hits them up too high, so I do need to delay this possibly a little bit. But then it's still the same trap. Super strong. Let's now test to see if we can get a vanish off. Okay. Alright. That delay is enough to where Roshi still confirms. So there's no real reason to do a frame perfect. There's no reason to do that. Play too hard and obviously they can vanish here. But that still hits. Now, what are the other things that they can do? This isn't a quote-unquote real mix, so we need to test the other options. So instead of that, let's have him super dash. And this is what I was testing earlier. Roshi fucking smokes them. How does Bluku handle it? Bluku wants to go a little faster. So you have to do different timings on the assist call, but it still works out. Can't really super dash that. Or you're gonna get fucking smoked. So that's kind of silly. And that option I was playing with because I thought I would actually be able to make them block, but the fact that I'm going over their head opens up an interesting idea here. if we can call this on a delay, now we have another mix-up. And Super Dash isn't catching. It's not working. So Roshi's actually giving me a right-left assist call mix-up. That's easy to confirm. So that's really awesome to know. Blueku can't. But Blueku can cover if I do it immediate. Gotta be fast though. Timing is a little more strict, which means he can't right left. So what's the purpose of this? Roshi actually gives me a mix. But let's say, because this is quote unquote not a real mix, we've tested Super Dash. Let's test Reflect, because that's what we were doing before I started recording. Alright. So you see the 2H, you start reflecting. What is the punish here? I could do this. Damn. You're unpunished. What about it if I just 2H? Okay, I get a 5L. That's fine. Can I get more? Well, I'm actually getting a clean 2M here. Although it's kinda tight. What if I do this? Now that actually hit behind, and that's not fair. Because we know that doesn't work with Super Dash. Oh, pressure's immediately back on. Pressure's immediately back on. Pressure's immediately back on. So we've got some strong anti-reflect in this string. And if I just want to let it rock, we were getting a hit off earlier. Okay. So if you reflect, I can blow you up with 2M. Just simple, the 2H does it. But if you're 2Hing there, it's kind of a hard read, and it's an RPS. The thing is, it's very high risk for you to make this RPS. Now, that's not really 2Hable at this point. Plus, can I just backdash? Nah, I can't. How do I want to confirm this? I mean, if I want to, I can confirm a JS. No, that should avoid the 2H. But it's really, if you see them reflecting, you can just bait it. That's funny. That's kind of funny how that's working out. And that'll honestly probably cause a oh my god, Roshi's getting slammed away. You still have to deal with that pressure if you reflect. So even if you reflect, it's fairly like reflect proof, because even if you reflect, say, how do I want to do this? want you to reflect guard cancel reflect? Yeah. I want you to guard cancel reflect me. Because, quote unquote, not mix. Alright, that's good. There's so much happening to you. You couldn't actually do it. That was true. So we're in like a pretty good spot here. Because you can reflect the Roshi, but you're still pressured. So it's a really solid setup, and Roshi backs it up. So that would be how I'm approaching like that mix-up. So as you can see, now I have 3 mix-ups for Vegito using these assists, and they're pretty good, honestly. So let's talk about actual, like, real Oki, because Vegito has a safe jump. That's like all he really has. He also has like this stuff kind of thing, which you've seen. But what if we need like to Okizeme a character? Well, Bluku comes in here. Bluku's level 3 allows you to do some really good damage. I'm sorry, not damage. Allows you to do some really good Okizeme because he safe jumps with the Ki Blast. So let's go ahead and let's get 4 bars because I'm being lazy. So let's just take this basic combo. And yeah, sure. Let's take this basic combo. Huge damage. The fact that he has a 17 fan grab there is a huge power. And then I built an entire flowchart, which I can probably try and find for you guys right now. Let's get that music back in because that's a banger OST. So I made this Oki chart just because I need on a Vegito team a character that I can DHC into, and in the corner, Bluku level 3 is a powerhouse of Oki. And it just true 50-50s you. Like the first 50-50 is just the Ki Blast. It can be called at different timings. It can be a fake safe jump. It can be a fake meaty. It can whiff early. You can landing cancel. You can do a lot of things that bait out every single option. And he has EX moves that he can use to force a cross up and things like that. And also if they just hold and they're looking to jump during the command grab, which good fucking luck, it's a 50-50. If you want to mix up more options to overload their mental stack for a later time, you can work into his EX dive kick. In addition to all of that, I have a sparking bait, which is all based off, like, the dive kick is in there just to overload their mental stack and then make them want to spark, and then you use your EX elbow on a jump in and that baits spark, and you get like a good 3-4k off that. So I have that one figured out for my Oki options. synergies. Let's look at synergies, how Vegito now helps the rest of the team. Because we've looked at block, we've looked at damage. Vegito loves these 2 assists. He loves them in neutral. There's just not much reason that Vegito is like saying, nah, these assists. So, is this all for Vegito? I would absolutely say there's no fucking way. Because Vegito supports Blue Goku amazing. Like, this is actually the true this is the true form of the team. I'm a Vegito main, so I have all this shit for Vegito. And you've seen the damage, right? It's fucking insane. You know the damage that Blue Goku has. You've seen it. But let's talk about how Blue Goku confirms his neutral. Obviously that's not how the combo ends, but you can see it from full screen. I can confirm my ki blasts. I call this. And I think they're gonna block. I can tag them with the ki blast. And let's see, how minus are they? If you block a ki blast from like this far. There's quite a bit of stuff. They're actually in a plus situation. So if I call Vegito here, I take my turn. So Blueku actually gets Blueku actually gets really good situations, because if you just want to like go for a cross up because of well, actually this self-confirms, so this doesn't have to be a thing anymore. This was in season 1 where you want to be able to confirm this, so that's not as relevant. But what's really relevant is the ability to get in with IT, so Blueku can just kind of like chill, and if he wants to confirm, he can use Vegito to confirm, and he can also get in. So that's all really strong. Let's talk about round start options. Blueku has some of the fastest he has the fastest Leary in the game. And that is a monstrous start. That will get you started no matter what. And you could also go for, because of the way this start works, you can dash in, and you can go for a few nasty options. First off, you can just command grab him. And let's see if Roshi can actually back that up. It seems like you can just back that up. So now we've got 2 defensive, massive powerhouse assists. Blueku's options are convertible. Like, do I really need to explain why? Oh wow, that's interesting. Like, do I really need to explain why Master Roshi B assist is good for Blueku? Like, I have a 50-50. That's all I need for that 50-50. So that's... Blueku is enabled incredibly well with this team. Talk about Master Roshi himself. How well does Master Roshi like this? Well, the funny thing about this move... the funny thing about this move here is you're -5, and it is a just please, please, please punish me button. Well, Vegito's a trap assist, so... Whoops. Vegito's a trap assist. So all I need to do is just sit there and block, and Vegito will take care of me. Blueku doesn't appear as behind, So if I push you back like with that, it could be quite effective. And it's good to know that. It's definitely good to have that as an option. Oh, let me confirm. Alright. And then I can just take my turn again. So, Master Roshi gets to have 2 trap assists behind him for when he wants to make those kind of gambles. So obviously you can't do that when it's a true fucking reversal. But you get a pretty significant little thing here. Now I'm still learning Master Roshi, but let's see if I can do this. As far as like combos go, the team works actually pretty well with him. Vegito makes converting things pretty easy, like he always does. It's just he's a little tricky to do stuff with. Like if I do this, you can tell that probably has a link timing, and this is still fresh to me. Yeah, and then maybe I think it's backward, forward. No, there's no forward. Super dash here. Down forward. Maybe it's down forward would do it. Okay, let's try that. That hit. What the fuck? That was wild. Yeah, there you go. It works. So that's pretty nice. I can get that extension if I have that hit, which would come up if I did something like this. Just gotta do that right. And then I just think I double super dash there. Yeah, that's what it was. There's some work to be done there. But the possibility is there. Master Roshi is kind of like a day 2 character for me, so I'm still learning. He's a very, very hard character. But I did want to show how well Blueku works combos for Master Roshi wise. So if we do... Okay, cool. He's not blocking. Oops. I double jumped on accident. Got to delay a little bit. There we go. I'm getting about 5,500 damage off of 2H using just Blueku. Vegito also converts it pretty fine. Just need to move. still. So both my assists converted really easily, and there's also a few other things like how Roshi has a good beam, and let me see. I think it's double super dash still. It's kind of tricky to hit that. Like other characters really do better with that, but Vegito can cover fairly well. The other thing is that Roshi's stagger game is not the hypest. Like he's fucking minus here. But that push out, oh my god, that's fucking minus. You leverage the fact that you have a weak stagger game and people are like, okay, fine, it's my turn to play. Vegito trap. And to some degree, Blueku can trap as well in those kind of situations. So we have a lot of synergy to work with here, and we have a overall game plan with strong mix-up options. I think I wanted to say what my mix-up options are for Roshi just being by himself. First off, he has 2-2S, which is just really good. He also has some right-left stuff. So if I go, I think it was forward super dash. No, it was back super dash, I think. Yeah. So if we just cover this with an assist. Oh my god. So we just cover this with an assist. So we do like this. There's that. And then if we... God damn it, I keep double tapping super dash. It's a little technical. To hold back the whole time, but not double tap super dash. Let's see if we can do this. Just cover that with assist. Whoopsie. God damn. Roshi's technical. Perfect. So, we have that right-left option, which is pretty nice. So, Roshi has some mix-ups on his own. We talked about his DHC synergy. Or not DHC, his actual like tag synergy on how he's plus like here. So, Vegito can tag into either of these if I need them. And Bluku is enabled incredibly hard with both of these squad members out. Actual neutral with Vegito? No, I can't confirm. That's actually nuts. That is a buff. Like, that's so far away. Let's see if I can actually confirm that. So if I'm full screen... Jesus Christ, that's still hitting. There's no way I'm catching that, but like, it's still doing the job. I'm still getting okay. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's actually awesome. Bluku's even better for the character than I thought. But if you're close, like if you're here, let's say, maybe a little close, maybe like that. Does it have to be around start distance? Yeah, but if you're like round start distance, which this is common as hell, Bluku allows you to get this conversion, and if you don't, you get the Oki. So he's consistently turning this into a value. So this float is suddenly like really advantaged. And then you can try and hit them with like a right-left, fake cross-up, JS, all that shit. In terms of... Where was I? So there's a lot of option there. And if... Cool, I can convert there. But if I just make you block this because I'm trapping you. So say I'm trapping him doing this. Say if I'm trapping him doing this. If I like just whiff, if I just fucking whiff this, I call Roshi, it's not your turn. That's incredibly powerful. And UI Goku had that ability as well. But it's really good to know those kind of things. So we're looking at Bluku getting both his assists to confirm his command grab. We get 50-50s from Bluku. We're looking at Vegito's neutral being smoothed out as hell. Long range, Bluku covers this. This is actually incredible that this tracks as well as it does now. So, and that'll actually probably stuff a super dash too. So, how do I want to do this? Let's try doing like this. That's so good now. That's so fucking good. That's ridiculous. Strike guard cancel, super dash. Like that's incredible. That works as well as it does. And if you're like kind of like ID back dash, kind of. It's kind of hard to do this one. That worked. Roshi's covering that too. So Vegito's angles of neutral attack are being covered by these assists, so 2-6S becomes very potent. So Bluku and Roshi can just allow me to play the game that I want to play, and I can continue the pressure like I want. So Vegito feels very comfortable with this team behind him, and the actual characters behind are getting a lot of what they need. So let's talk about Roshi. Let's talk about Roshi over UI Goku. So UI has a little bit of a problem for me in that he doesn't bring them back down. And I like assists that bring you back down with Vegito because of what I showed with a 2-6S is like our fundamentals of neutral. Now UI let you jump and convert because it has so much hit stun. So what's the difference here? What are we getting? We're getting a character that has a low crush on command, frame 1. That is an advantage that UI does not have. We are getting a frame 1 reversal that can be held, which is cool, but that is something UI also has, so there's an overlap factor. We're getting a character with better level 3, better DHC damage, which lets certain kill routes kill. What are we also getting? We're giving Bluku at 50-50 with dive kick, and that can't be like shouted down. Like that's super valuable. Alright, so let's talk about Roshi. This is the hot button. This is what people like to argue with me about. And yeah, I know I'm day 2 on this team, but I'm theory crafting. This is my channel. This is how I do things. I love to theory craft. And I'm labbing this out, and I'm having so much fun with it. I love Roshi on my team. So, Roshi does well with an assist behind him that's full screen. I have 2 full screen assists, because Bluku tracks, and I still can't believe Bluku tracks now. It's so good now. But his Thunder Shock Surprise is a huge hammer, as some people like to say. Very strong. Huge risk. Big risk on this. Call an assist, you're in a good spot. Absolutely. So, you want to use an assist with Roshi because you're like, oh my god, you can use an assist with this. It's so good. I'm like, yes. You're absolutely correct. It is so good. But saying that Roshi shouldn't be an anchor, let's look at what an anchor has that makes an anchor good. And let's then, out of context, then talk about Roshi. So, out of context, what's a good anchor? A good anchor can escape from situations and move around in a way that is hard to catch. A good anchor is hard to catch. So, good anchor has fast moves that can be used to punish reflect solo. A good anchor has neutral that they can throw out non-committally. A good anchor has access to plus frames. A good anchor has solo mix-up. A good anchor can do a lot of fucking damage by themselves. A good anchor has Salt and Aoki by themselves. So, let's now talk about the tools that Master Roshi has and how well he uses meter. Now, I don't think this character has to be an anchor, but I'm going to make a pretty fucking strong argument for why he's not a bad anchor. And even if he was a subpar anchor, GT Goku was not the best anchor, but he was played anchor because assist was super fucking good. We've seen 18 anchor, which everyone has said she has to be point. We have seen anchor characters because of the utility of their assist and the neutral ability that they can play solo. We've seen enough X-Anchor. We've seen Teen Gohan Anchor, a objectively point character. We've seen Teen Gohan Anchor in Japan. We have seen... who else have we seen Anchor that just blew our fucking minds? The point is, you can anchor anyone that has good tools. Plain and simple. The game is balanced enough where good tools mean you can play them solo. Limit Break makes a lot of characters work. And Broly is now anchoring. He's got a 17 frame command grab. Hell yeah, he's got mix. So let's talk about some of the things that I mentioned. So let's look. Let's go ahead and clear the stack here. So let's talk about escapes. You're really gonna tell me that Master Roshi, who has a 2S, who has the ability to move around like fucking this. I'm sorry, I didn't air dash. I could still air dash. Like, what if I want to do this? Let me super jump. Like, are you kidding me? This character has so much air mobility, it's ridiculous. Did I not recover in time there? He has solo mix-up. If they just are not paying attention... Oh my god. They're just not paying attention. You can hit him with one of those. So he's got Android 18's cross-up. Yeah, he's got Android 18's instant cross-up JM. Super fucking strong. But we're talking about mobility. We're talking about fucking mobility. This character has so much mobility. These jumps, these Kamehamehas are awesome. How well does he use meter? You're in. You can do this, and you can zone with it. You can convert that. His beam is good. Let's talk about plus frames. He's +2. Now, I took a risk to get those plus frames, but that's how fighting games work. You take risks for plus frames. You can 2H UI Goku. But, oh, you're gonna try and press a button during this? Okay. I just frame trapped you. What if I did this? It pushes him out a lot, too. Like Roshi pushes himself out. Roshi can jab himself. And off an H starter, we're looking at some pretty possibly big damn here. And then I condition you, now I'm +2. So I can extend my turn with plus frames. I can escape when I don't want to be part of this world anymore. This is a really good move. Leave this planet. And he's got more air mobility, by the way. I didn't mention. he's got a lariat, which is fine. But let's look at his defensive options as a solo character. Frame 1, low crush. So if you want to stagger him like that, call that out. The damage is enormous. I don't know the routing, so I'm not going to do it. This is a safe reversal. He has a safe guard point. So that, remember that thing that UI Goku does with EX flip? That everyone gets fucking schmicks by? He can do that. Now, he doesn't have an air version of it. He doesn't have some of the absurd flexibility that UI Goku has that lets you get out of bullshit. But he has the ability to guard point. He can hold it for a reflect. Super fucking nice. And he does have that just straight reversal if he needs it. He also combos off his own DP. That's really awesome. He can side swap if he needs to for combos. So he's never really up shit's creek. Now, the actual hit damage you'll get a lot of times is like very low. But if you can manage to get an M starter or a 2H starter, I showed you a 5.6k fucking damage combo a second ago. Like, if you can manage to, while you're just kind of hanging out, you're tossing this stuff out, or you can get them to super dash at you, like you're doing this, like you're tossing this stuff out. Like, that's anti-air. That's pretty nice angle. But like, you're hanging out and you're gonna call out a super dash. That's another thing about Roshi. There's a little bit of a detractor, is you do have to know spacing for combo. But if I get this, I'm sorry, I need to vanish earlier. Timing is still something I'm learning. There we go. I did 6k off a 2H. A 2H fucking vanish extension. That's huge. And then let's also talk about if Roshi is the last one alive and he is, it's not a fucking wash and it's a back and forth, we're down to our last characters and we've bled each other dry, we're both down to like 40% or some shit. This is immense damage. Like, let's change the health bars. Okay. Let's look at this damage. Let's get some fucking. Let's look at this damage. Compare it to his other really high damage super. Oh, also, he's got tools that are really nice, a 3H, just in case you get RPS'd when you're trying to 2H something. Like, the 3H still works, like, Lord Knight pointed that out. Sometimes combos can be a little tricky, but that's just learning the character. Not everything's solid play. And you had to finish there really early. So you got a little bit more damage off the Mafu buff. So that's really good to know, and that was off of 2H. So Roshi and Limit Break can fucking delete you. So with plus frames, the ability to escape everything, the multitude of reversal options he has against common situations, the fact that this is hard as shit, to safe jump, like, the fact that this character has some of his tools that are better with assists doesn't mean that he can't anchor. And I think he can anchor really, really well if you use him with intent. You can't just throw shit out there. You have tools across the board for making situations in your favor, and you have massive payouts when you're right. So the character's good, fits the team, and solo he can work. Solo he can work real well. He can use meter really well. He's got the ability to dump 2 bars on a super, so he can kill in a lot of situations. He has your 2L low, he has your command grab with decent range actually, so you can do it during stagger. He always gets a sliding knockdown. Always gets a sliding knockdown. So he always can go into supers that are his ground supers. Like, he has plus on block super dash. Like, who else can really claim they can do that? It's not the most damage, but you get... Why am I not gonna... His JH actually is worth talking about. So if we get slide here... that should cover up tech too. So that character is able to safe jump cleanly against double tech options. He has reversals. He has really high damage when you get certain starters. His 2H is something to fear. He can snipe you. You want to jump float and just stall for time? He can get you. And if he hits you with that, it's good damage. So, tell me why this character can't anchor. I feel like the community gets focused on how a character has advantages with assists behind them and says no, they can't anchor because they have really strong times when they have assists behind them. Character still has every tool in the book. Like, what's he missing? He has multiple command grabs. He has a 2L low. He has solo mix-up. He has the ability to bait things. There's probably a sparking bait, I don't fucking know it, but there's probably a sparking bait if you do like this or something. There's probably a fucking sparking bait with that. So, what are we missing here? What he has cross-ups, he has high-low, he has escape, he has good mobility, he can't jump float, so he can't install mix, but he functions without the need for it. His level 3 isn't a 50-50, but he does have options. Like, you can go low, you can safe jump it, you can go for that. And the other thing that's like worth noting is like, cause like after a safe jump, you can be going into. That's a reset, so that's cool. You can just do that. But there's also the fact that so I can. You can cross up off his super dash there, so he can pull them out of the corner with Zao combo. So you have a few things you have to be worrying about. If that, can we frame trap this? Yeah, we can frame trap that. So after you do that and you're like, okay, fine, I'm blocking, I'm not gonna jump. He's already done the hit. Okay, cool, I'm fine. And then you can be mashing 2H, but if you're mashing 2H, he then could be doing. Let's see, what do we want here? I'm trying to frame trap this. I thought this wall bounced. Oh, EX. And with EX, you get a tremendous amount of damage just doing the combos hit. So Zoki's good. His neutral's good. His defense is good. His defense is really good. His wake up's good. He can function solo. Like, what more do I have to say? So anyway, that is how I make an argument for a team. That is how I lab the set play of the team. And this is the team I want to play. This is what I find truly fun and what I find has evolved with Vegito in the last 3 years I've playing him. This is the most interesting team with Vegito I've played that has felt as complete as when I ran Teen Gohan and GT Goku. Because with Teen Gohan and GT Goku, Spirit Bomb was a little awkward. With this, I can't really see other than going for, like, let's see how punishable we are. If in mid-screen we go for a reversal here. Oops, I'm sorry. So we're minus 20 full screen. So even with that, the one thing that I was a little bit possibly concerned every time I do this. We can be full screen minus 20. That's safe. We might be able to get vanish punished at most. We're basically safe. And if you're just vanish punishing me, okay, I'll take the meter. So if I tag Roshi in, and I need to do a reversal, And I'm like, oh shit. Roshi fits the team. Roshi fits the team to a fucking T. Double Dive is incredibly fun. It's incredibly powerful. Vegito has not been more well supported since Teen Gohan GT. You could even argue that Subatomic Sabers has one of the best Vegito teams because Gotenks and Cell just juice so much for him and for each other. But when like you're looking at like Subatomic Sabers team, for example, you need to have a character that has good fucking Oki and good fucking like 50-50 mix up on command. You need to open up a fucking character and get rid of a problem on the team. Cell can do that. And it's important when you are playing Vegito to have a character like Blueku or Cell or something like that, where they can just straight up fucking burn bar, get a mix up, put them in the corner, continue to mix them, and get rid of that team. Get rid of that problem. I personally think Blueku's better than Cell. Just period. His companion grab is faster, his options on the ground are better. His damage is arguably as high. And Blueku has better Oki than Cell. So I think this is one of the best Vegito teams I've ever made. And it's fun. It's fun to make these kind of theory crafts. And everything's iterations. I was running UI Goku right before this, and honestly, because UI Goku's been just everywhere, I kind of felt turned off, and I've been really wanting to learn Master Roshi, and I'm really glad that I'm learning him right now. Before that, I was trying out so many. I was trying like Tien. I was trying out Tien Gogeta. I was trying out Gotenks with Blueku, and I think that's also a very powerful team. I just have no interest in actually playing Gotenks right now. So yeah, that's how I put together a team. That's how everything continues to evolve. I compare it to prior versions. I look at what the defensive options and how to blow them up. I look at how many layers of mind games are we adding. Can we simplify it? Can we just test to see how they react? And I feel like with the stagger game of Blueku, with Roshi reversal into Vegito assist, things like that, you can really test out people's habits and reactions pretty safely. Anyway, I think the video's gone pretty long, but if you've been listening this whole time, I appreciate it, and I hope this helps enlighten how to build a good team, and can help you build a good team around the character that you've been staying loyal to since day one, and that people around you keep saying, nah, he needs this, or nah, if you don't run this with him, you're garbage, or he sucks, or if you want to play Blue Vegeta, if you want to play Jiren, if you want to play Majin Buu, if you want to play Android 21, if you want to play Videl. I have no understanding of that character whatsoever, and you'll probably beat me a few times because I have no fucking clue how to fight against that. If you want to play Ginyu, you want to play Broly, Broly, you want to play Janemba, you want to play any of these characters that you just love and you want to make work, understand their block strings, understand their unique approaches, understand how an opponent will want to interact with their stuff, and choose your assists that best complement those game plans as a follow-up. And what I mean by that, just make sure that, like I've created option selects where if you block this, cool, I'm going. But if you got hit, I have a plan, I have a follow-up. And I've looked at every layer you can interact with during this Vegito string, and I've planned accordingly. If you have ways that can go wrong, try to see if there's timings where your confirmation of a hit that's trying to screw you up if you don't just dial it in fast. You just do this instead. If you do that, versus if you do that in OS, where it'll confirm if they got hit by the 2H or not, because it's a frame trap. And the other things I was showing is I was making sure that that super dash, I'm allowed to make an air dash and decide, did they get hit, and confirm. These are important things to me, and I tried Jiren's assist, that was really good at it. I've tried UI, I've tried all of these things, and I've found what makes my block strings work the best and what makes my combos hit the hardest. I've maxed out things that are unique, like the corner to back to corner 2H combo. I've been able to like max that out quite a bit with this team. So it's all about just understanding what are really the best things your character can do, how can you accentuate that, and how can you support the ways that they can go wonky. How can you simplify it? How can you rein it in? That's how you build a strong team. That is how you make a unique team. I'm very happy that because I have to make the argument for Roshi Anchor, that I can't see anyone else immediately picking up this team, because it's very catered to what I enjoy, and because of that I get a sense of self-expression. So that's another joy you can really have in team building. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, leave comments, talk to me in Vegito Discord. And I love talking about this shit. I'll make more videos, more synergies. You know what to do. See ya.